How are you guys doing today? Thank you guys so much for tuning into another video. What I'm going to be doing for this video is I'm going to be talking about my predictions for the Stanley Cup playoffs. I want to give you guys my first round predictions, go through it all, see how it's going, and I'll also give you my second round. I'm honestly just going to give all of the predictions up into who I think wins the Stanley Cup this year. I'm very excited to do this. We can go through as well as the playoffs. As the playoffs are happening, I'll make more videos talking about my predictions and talking about just the games in general. But yeah, let's not waste much time. I don't want this video to be super long, so let's jump right into it. For the North Division, between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens, I have the Toronto Maple Leafs winning in 5. I'm sorry to Montreal, I just don't think they stack up to the goal scoring that Toronto has. And personally, as much as people joke around about Toronto first round exit, I think Toronto's just a better team than Montreal. So that's my prediction there. Then for the Edmonton Oilers, I have them beating Winnipeg in 7. I think Winnipeg's going to put up a really good fight. Honestly, this series is one of the series that I could see going either way. It's kind of a tough series to call. I think Winnipeg's been struggling lately, and I think that's going to continue into the playoffs a bit. And Edmonton's been looking pretty good lately. Connor McDavid's been unreal. I don't see that stopping in the playoffs, so that's why I have that series. Then we'll head over to the first round in the East. And I have the New York Islanders beating the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6. Now, this is the first upset that I have, and I think maybe one of the only upsets now that I'm looking at my bracket. I do think the New York Islanders have a really good play style for the playoffs, the way Barry Trotz raises them, in a sense. His play style and their play style, I think, suits the playoffs, and I think it'll make Pittsburgh struggle very much. Then the next series in the East, I have the Washington Capitals and the Boston Bruins. I have the Washington Capitals winning that in 7. Again, another super close nail-biting series, kind of like the Edmonton-Winnipeg series. I could see this going either way, but I do think the goal scoring and the defensive play of the Washington Capitals is both better than the Boston Bruins. Boston can score goals. I just think Washington's an overall just slightly better team. Let's take a look over at the West Division here. And in the first round here, I got the Colorado Avalanche beating the St. Louis Blues in 6. I am a St. Louis fan. St. Louis is my second favorite team, and ever since I started watching St. Louis back in like 2011, 2012, I've picked St. Louis to go far into the playoffs. This is the first time that I just think they're meeting a powerhouse in Colorado, and I just don't know if it's going to happen. The Blues have a team built to go deep into the playoffs. So truthfully, if they win this game in 7, I'm not going to be shocked. But I do think the Colorado Avalanche have a better team this year, and I think this is the year that they make a good run. The next series between the Minnesota Wild and the Vegas Golden Knights, I have the Minnesota Wild winning in 7. I guess you could say this is kind of another upset. The Minnesota's looked very, very good lately. I know Vegas almost got the President's Trophy, but I just think this Minnesota team is solid. Goaltending, defensively, and truthfully, their offense probably isn't as good as Vegas, but defensively, they are very good. Then we take a look over at the Central Division. I have the Carolina Hurricanes sweeping the Nashville Predators. I'm sorry, Nashville. I just don't think you stand a chance. Carolina has a very, very good team. And then the next round, another toss-up between the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. I actually have Florida winning in 7. Some people might say this is an upset, even though Florida's a higher seed, because Tampa truthfully have the roster and poised to go on to another Stanley Cup final appearance and maybe even win another cup. Again, another series that if Tampa Bay wins it, I will not be super surprised, but my gut is telling me Florida here, so I'm going Florida. Now let's take a look at the second round here for the North Division. That tallies up here. The Toronto Maple Leafs with the Edmonton Oilers. I have the Toronto Maple Leafs winning that series. And then in the East, that has the New York Islanders versus the Washington Caps, and I got the Islanders actually taking that series. In the West, that has the Colorado Avalanche and the Minnesota Wild, and I have Colorado taking that series. And in the Central, it has the Carolina Hurricanes and Florida Panthers, and I have the Carolina Hurricanes taking that series. Truthfully, all of these are pretty good. Toronto, Edmonton, I think will be a very, very fun, close series. It's going to be a high-scoring affair. New York Islanders and Washington, I think it's going to be a bit of a slow one. You saw the New York Islanders beat Washington in the bubble, I believe, so I think they do it again here. Minnesota and Colorado would be a bloodbath. I see 7 games. It's written all over that. Honestly, same with Carolina and Florida. Those are both really solid teams. So that means sets up for the retally here, goes by points. So that leaves Colorado Avalanche versus the New York Islanders. I just see the Colorado Avalanche whooping the Islanders in the conference final. Like potentially even a sweep, 5 games. It honestly will be very disappointing for a conference final. That's what I envision. Then we got the Carolina Hurricanes going against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Honestly, I see kind of a similar vibe here. I see Carolina taking it in 5 or 6. Like, I like Toronto. I just think Carolina is super good. And that leaves the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Colorado Avalanche for the Stanley Cup Final, where I see the Carolina Hurricanes winning the Stanley Cup. Obviously, not everyone's going to agree with me. That's fine. That's cool. That's why I love doing stuff like this. But this is what I think, you guys. So comment down below who you think is going to win the Stanley Cup, or if you want to map up your whole pool or your whole prediction down in the comments, do so, please. I'd love to see some of them. We can talk about it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, it means a lot if you guys subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.